Good morning, guys. All right, so this week we are looking at this super fun prompt about how we can change the world. And I've heard some really cool things about how you guys would change the world. So let's just quickly go over it. Care twice as much as others, help twice as much as others, give twice as much as others, love twice as much as others. By Matshanda Dliwayo. Think of some of the changes you would like to see in the world. Write about 2 things you would like to do. I think that's interesting. 2 things you would do to make the world a better place. Explain your reasons behind your 2 changes. So we did our brainstorm. Apparently, there's a lot I want to change in the world. I decided my 2 things are going to be 0 food waste, so not wasting any food, and a better work-life balance. So here's my introduction. I often daydream about what I would do if I were in charge of making the world a better place. There are so many things that I would like to change, it's hard to narrow it down. 2 things I would do to make the world better are to eliminate food waste and to decrease working hours each week. Okay, so now I'm going to start on my SD1. So draw a little squiggle so I know I'm starting a new paragraph. So one thing I would change to make the world better is to eliminate food waste. Okay, so there's my reason, or there's my supporting detail. Now I am going to fill out reef this time just so that I don't, ramble or get confused. I think the organization is helpful. So why would I eliminate food waste? The reason that I think this is important, I think it's important not to waste food is that, I don't need another that. The reason that I think it's important not to waste food is there are so many people starving while we throw perfectly good food away. Okay, there's my reason. I need to explain this. I think we should match the excess food with the people who need it. And an example, for example, restaurants can give extra food to homeless shelters. Okay, so now I need a feeling. I feel that this would use our resources the best and help the most people. All right. Reason, explain, example, feeling. So that one is my food waste paragraph. So now I'm going to talk about decreasing working hours each week. SD2. Another thing that I would do, or I would change, I'm going back to the prompt, to make the world a better place is to decrease working hours each week and increase the work-life balance. Okay, so that's going to be my R. That's my reason. And now I'm going to explain. I believe it's Sweden. I'm going to just say one of the Scandinavian countries has reduced the working hours per week and found that productivity or how much or how hard people work, has gone up. For example, if people only work 30 hours per week, they will focus much better during those fewer hours and will have more time with their families. Now I need a feeling. I feel that Americans work too much and could benefit from more balance in their lives. All right, out of space. So I'm going to grab another piece of paper. Okay, so I need a conclusion. And I know in my conclusion, I restate the prompt. And summarize. Okay, So I'm going to go back to my introduction. Actually, I'm going to go back to the prompt. So I'm going to say, well, there are dozens of things that I would like to do. To change the world. Two things I would change are zero food waste, zero food waste, and a better work-life balance. I'm trying to think of a way to add this quote in. I'm thinking that this caring and helping part and giving, you know, I think that ties into the food waste really nicely. So I'm going to use that quote. Machanda Now, I'm not using quotations because I'm paraphrasing. I'm not doing an exact quote. I'm just going to say, Machana Deliwayo said to care, help, give, and love twice as much as others. By donating extra food and by spending more time with your family, you can accomplish this. Okay, so I'm going to do a sentence check, make sure I have enough sentences. I have 1, 2, 3. Okay, now I'm going to make sure that I restated the prompt. Well, there are lots of things I would like to change. 2 things I would change. Okay, that goes directly back to the prompt because it says 2 things you would do to make the world a better place. And then I used the quote. And I restated my reasons again. So that's that. And then when we come back on Friday, we will do cups and arms. Happy writing, guys. Get your planner done today. Bye.